And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to the group stage. To the group stage of the LiuLi Cup 2024 Grand Finals Group B. We just wrapped up. We just wrapped up with our winners match, and now we're here with our decider match. Oh, sorry, with our elimination match to find out who's the first player out of Group B. Here we go. Here we go. As spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of ley lines, we have the Polish Protoss player. We have the blue Protoss representing Team Liquid. It is MaNa. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have the Polish Terran player, the red Terran. It is Spirit. And if you're in the chat, predictions are open. Place your bets on who you think will take the series. Best of luck in the chat as get your gamba going. Wow, you can, Pappy. Wow, you can. Here we go. Best of one, exciting. It says best of three. If you are looking in the chat. Meanwhile, Spirit, just start off with a proxy. Let's go. We have a proxy before us. We have our two SCVs being sent out across the map, setting up for the proxy 2 ranks. Oh, not just 2 ranks, as we have a 3rd ranks back at home. Oh boy, it's gonna be a short one. Oh, never mind. Okay, sends out 2 SCVs, one for scouting and the other for the proxy, setting up the eBay as well. This is very committed, by the way. Jesus, investing into the 2 racks, investing into the eBay as well. Very committed here by Spirit, and we'll see how many worker kills he can get. Let's go. Assuming this is proxy Reaper, not proxy Marauder, making that assumption, but we'll keep an eye on Spirit to see how hard he does commit. As it is going to be the Marine back at home, and yep, proxy Marauder, okay, so it's going to be hitting a little bit later. So it does try to force the unnatural. Natural Marauders are on the horizon here, and we'll see if Spirit can catch MaNa with his pants down. Here we go. We'll see if he can set it up. As we see, MaNa forced to make the initial Zealot. Stalker is being cornered as we speak. You see Spirit here trying to get some extra progress on the eBay, being as annoying as possible. Concussive Shell is being researched. Marauders are building up, so the Marines, and eventually Spirit, he will pull the trigger. And MaNa's in the dark. MaNa, he did not probe scout. He's stuck at home. He has seen nothing. Does force a cancel. And MaNa, ideally, Spirit wants to catch his army out on the map. Does want to catch him out. Getting a second Marauder. MaNa waddling in. Some of the boys are being pulled. And here we go. It's all or nothing for Spirit. Now, Spirit, he will miss the Stalkers. Ideally, he would have liked to have caught at least one of them. But he does miss them. And, oh no! He doesn't wall off! He does not wall off. And we could end up in a weird base trade. Here we go. As the boys have arrived, Spirit pushing up into the main. Bunkers on the way. And MaNa does get in. Does bust into the main base. One of the Stalkers is left behind. Is left out. Boys are being pulled. And workers are falling. SCVs and probes. One Stalker goes down. Massive pickoff. Spirit, he holds. He does hold and across the map, but he does force a recall. And the bunker's almost done. How do you deny the bunker? He can. Bunker is denied, but that's 3 Marauders here to deal with. And I think Spirit, he's done it. He has done it. He takes out every single worker, takes out one of the Stalkers. There's 1 Stalker left. Kites well against the probes. More Marauders have arrived, and Spirit, he's snowballing out of control. At this point, he's just snowballing completely out of control. Takes on every single Stalker, the boys as well. And the bunker, he can finish it. He can finish. No, GG gets called, and Spirit takes game number 1. Ooh, GG. Spirit does take a lead in the series, and does kick things off with a 1-0 lead. GG, well played. So start things up with the lead. Again, a very cheeky build here out of Spirit, going for a very committed, essentially 1 base all in out of Spirit, investing into the eBay block as well. He was able to catch MaNa with his pants down. MaNa had no idea what's going on. Remember, MaNa, he did not probe scout. There was no probe scout. There was no vision of what was going on. He was caught with his pants down. And with that, Spirit is 1 game away from advancing on to the decider match. Here we go. Now, I want to believe that MaNa can actually, I mean, I think we've seen him defeat Spirit before, but can he get into his game? That's the thing. Can he get into his game? We spoke earlier in the Hero series how Spirit, he is known for his greed, he's known for cutting corners, but specifically in this matchup, he is willing to cheese the hell out of you. Now, I don't expect another cheese in game 2. I don't expect another proxy. I expect maybe even the exact opposite of that, and we might even see a faster, either natural or faster third base. We could see something more greedy instead. The kind of the other side of the coin, the other extreme. Depending on the map, of course, as we are waiting for that second game. Here we go. The king is dead. Ah, the king, the Night King even. Oh my god. But yeah, here he played well. Here he did play well. I mean, again, it's one of those things where here he is one of the best Protoss players in the world, so he's one of the few that can contest against several, especially the best of 3. And we got what we wanted. We got an ace match out of it, even more than that even. And that does mean that we can enjoy some more of Cyril in the next series, as he's waiting for the winner of Spirit and MaNa. Oh. As we have our second game, a map that we have not embraced yet in this broadcast tonight. Game 2 is going to be on Frostline. Oh boy. Frostline is coming up next. Loading in. Now, Frostline, again, it's one of the larger maps in that pool, but also very exposed bases as well. So I'm curious to see if we can even embrace the mid game here. We do typically favor aggression here on Frostline. We'll see which way this goes, and what kind of openers we go for. As we are loading into game number 2 and spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Frostline, we have the Polish Protoss player. We have the blue Protoss, representing Team Liquid down in the series. We'll see if he can bounce back and force the ace match. It is MaNa. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the red Terran player. We have the Polish Terran leading the series 1-0. It is Spirit. Here we go. And this time, the SCVs are at home. This time we have our racks at home, our SCVs are at home. This time there is no cheese, there is no proxy. As we mentioned, we did not expect Spirit to go for an all-in 2 games in a row, or cheese 2 games in a row, or proxy 2 games in a row. That is just not typically how you want to approach things at this level of play, which means we could see the inverse here. For now, racks first. Should be racks into expansion. Spirit, I would imagine, opening up with a single gas geyser. No shotties. Oh my god. And yeah, this is what we expected. So, Spirit, this is one of the greediest. So technically, you can go CC first, I guess, but that is even more of a rarity. This is not just a Rax expand. This is a Rax without any gases. This is a gasless opener here by Spirit. Very greedy, but again, as we mentioned, this is what we expect. Game 1, you cheese. Game 2, hyper greed. And we can see that MaNa is scouting. He's checking for proxies. He's paranoid of what the hell's going on, and will eventually move out across the map. Does MaNa set up... Okay, no, he's scouting. I was going to say, does he set up his own proxy location? That's not the case. Or is it? Hello, MaNa. What's going on? Proxy Stargate? Do we have a pylon? What do you have for us? Cyber Core is now finishing up. Gonna be just expanding into Cyber Core. And MaNa, he comes up with his own scouts. I should have emphasized this as well. I believe MaNa did go Nexus before Cyber Core as well, so both players being greedy, but Spirit even more so. As the CC is now done, it's going to be Rax expand gasless into a second Rax, into most likely a third Rax, into a 3-Rax setup. Technically, Spirit could even go for a third CC before a third Rax. No shot, but he could. That'd be crazy. As again, MaNa, he's aware. He did scout MaNa. He saw how early the CC was, so he's aware how greedy Spirit has been. It is going to be a Twilight Counts opener out of MaNa into, I would imagine, Blink, and we'll see how many gateways get thrown down. As Blink is on the way, second gateway is placed. MaNa could either respond to this with greed and throw down a faster third nexus, or with aggression and throw down a third and fourth gateway. So far, a 3-gate setup here out of MaNa. Behind this, 3-rack setup here by Spirit, 3 racks into Stim, into Combat Shields, into a bio composition, into a bio move out. This typically leads into a Stim timing. As the factory is on the way. eBay as well for +1. And Spirit, he's just building up. And he will eventually move out again with Stim. Building up his Marines. It's going to be on MaNa to figure out what's going on and to slow down the push. With his 3-gate opener, he can do so. He can be active with Stalkers and expand behind this. Ooh, as MaNa never scouted the main. So he's unaware. You can see here MaNa, he's getting ready for drop play. As we can see, it's anything but, as there is no starport. So MaNa, he's just being very safe, very defensive, as he is in the dark as to what's going on. He has incomplete information. Here comes the War Prism to move out. And we'll see if MaNa can engage with the main army. Here we go. Does move out across the map. He's got his 8 Stalkers. Stim is now done. Spirit here is now going to be active, this time with a handful of Marauders as well. Spirit also has no scouting, by the way, but he doesn't need to. He can make assumptions here. MaNa going for a third. This is a later third base for MaNa. Did invest quite heavily into these Stalkers, which means he has to get something done with it. We'll see if he can. Now, because of the 3-racks opener and the 3x build, Spirit has no tanks. There are no tanks here to defend. Only Marines and Marauders, but he has Stim. He dives in. The boys are being pulled. Spirit, he stems in and going for the Prism. And the Prism up. Oh my god, barely to survive. Oh, I spoke too soon. The Prism goes down. The Blink gets punished. And MaNa has to back off. So far, good trades here from Spirit. Medevacs have arrived. 2 Marines go down. A Marauder as well. MaNa trading with the army. Does trade, comes in from behind, catching out reinforcements, going for the mineral line. SCVs are going down. Up, and MaNa, he blinks in. He dives further into the bases. There's no way out of this. Gonna try to avoid the main army. Oh, can he get a medevac? Up. Oh, cannot. Medevac does survive. 3 Stalkers escape. At the same time, MaNa rallying into the natural. Very chaotic here, MaNa. He's throwing away a lot of Stalkers. And is it worth it? So far, 5 Stalkers for 3 SCVs, 3 Marines, and a Marauder. It's an okay trade. It's okay. But MaNa, Spirit, he breaks out. Once again, though, as he moves out, MaNa moves in. Shatters to the Observer. Sees everything. The Observer sees all. MaNa once again pushing towards the natural. Spirit, he this time does not flinch. He commits. He's had enough defending. He wants to move out. He knows how vulnerable MaNa is back at home. Oh, might just look back go up. There's the recall. And MaNa, what does he have to defend? He has a handful of Stalkers, no Immortals. Nice force fields, though. I'll pick up. Spirit forced to rotate, going towards the 3rd base. The first Immortal has arrived just in time. Spirit does take down Stalker. Double drop towards the main. Spirit sims in. MaNa a bit out of position. Up. Catching a sentry. Potentially an Immortal as well. Oh, he wants it. He gets it. The Immortal goes down. Massive pickoff. And GG gets called as a drop comes into the main. And MaNa gets pulled apart. Spirits will take the series at 2-0. GG. GG, well played, Spirit. He will claim the series, a very short series as well. Game 1, of course, did end in a 1-base all-in. Game 2, we had Spirit here instead going for 2-base aggression. MaNa did misread the start of the game, so MaNa was falling behind. He, of course, did delay his own third base. He had extra Stalker Warpins. He had to do something with his army, but he did not trade well enough, and Spirit was able to break out. Snowball out of control. MaNa had yet to stabilize. MaNa could not keep up with the aggression of Spirit. GG. With initial greed and then aggression of Spirit. With that, GG, well played. Spirit will advance on, and we have one series left tonight. One series remaining. It all ends here. It all ends. Oh. It all ends in a ZVT. Let's go. As we switch our scenes over and have a look at the brackets. A series that I've been looking forward to here. Up next, we have the final match here in the decider match. We have Cyril as the best Zerg player in all of Europe, in the entire world even, up against Spirit. Spirit, of course, has been on the rise. Spirit, he's one of the top Terrans in Europe, in the world as well, and they're about to duke it out here in a best of 3. Only one can advance on, the other will be knocked out. We're going to be going on a short break. When we come back, we'll have that final match of the night. See you soon. See you soon.